A million seconds ago was just about 12 days. A billion seconds ago was about 31 years ago. But what, about a trillion seconds? You'd be standing in 30,000 BC, before pyramids, before history. And now, someone just crossed that line. Elon Musk just became the world's first trillionaire. Where did Musk's first millions actually come from? How did he become the face of Tesla without being its founder? This is the story of how Elon Musk is rewriting the rules of wealth. Picture this. You're 12 years old. You're Googling how to become rich fast. And Elon sold his game for $500. At 12, bro unlocked side hustle before puberty. In 1995, he co-founded Zip2, a company like early digital maps plus business directories. Think Google Maps before Google Maps. 4 years later, Compaq bought Zip2 for about $307 million, and Elon walked away with roughly $22 million. Then Elon launches X.com, which sounds like a mysterious website, but was actually one of the first online banks. X.com merges, becomes PayPal. In 2002, eBay buys it for $1.5 billion, and Elon walks away with $180 million. At this point, he treats it like a warm-up round. Then Elon does something financially concerning. He takes that PayPal money and pours it into SpaceX and Tesla, two ideas that, at the time, sounded like expensive ways to lose friends and investors. SpaceX was his attempt to make rockets cheaper by, not throwing them away after one use. Revolutionary concept, apparently. The first launch failed. The second launch also failed. Rockets exploded, money evaporated. But the third launch also again failed. By the fourth launch, it was basically, this works or we're done here. It worked. NASA gave SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract, and suddenly crazy became visionary. Tesla wasn't started by Elon Musk. Tesla was founded in 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, and in 2004, Elon invests $6.5 million in Tesla's Series A round and becomes the largest shareholder and chairman. Tesla was busy proving that electric cars didn't have to look like sad golf carts. At first, he's not running the company. He just kept funding it. Then things get messy. Delays, cost overruns, internal conflicts. As bonus, 2008, crisis hits, CEO out. Elon puts money in. Tesla said, "Watch this magic trick," and made it disappear. That's when Elon steps in as CEO, not as the founder, but as the guy who bet everything and took control when it was about to collapse. Then comes 2020, the year everything got weird, including stock markets. Tesla's value didn't just grow, it launched. Like SpaceX would be proud. Suddenly, the company people once doubted was worth more than most traditional car giants combined. And with Elon owning a huge chunk of Tesla, his net worth didn't rise. It teleported. In the beginning of 2020, Musk's net worth was about $27 billion. After a few months in January 2021, Musk's net worth reached $185 billion, allowing him to kick Jeff Bezos, making him the richest person in the world. It wasn't a slow climb to the top, it was more like SpaceX stays private for years, quietly building reusable rockets. Valuation keeps climbing, and Elon owns a huge chunk of it. And then, the moment that broke the scale, SpaceX finally goes public. This was one of the most anticipated IPOs in history, because investors weren't just buying into rockets, they were buying into Starlink, launch services, government and defense contracts, basically an entire space economy starter pack. So when SpaceX hit the market, the valuation didn't creep up, it arrived already enormous. And Elon, holding a massive stake, didn't see his net worth rise gradually. It did what it always does. It jumped. Hard. Here's the key. Elon doesn't need cash. His equity becomes worth insane amounts. Tesla stake plus SpaceX stake equals $1 trillion plus net worth. Just like that, no salary, no paycheck, just ownership. This wasn't a normal IPO. SpaceX launched on the stock market at around $135 per share, instantly valuing the company at roughly $1.8 to $2.2 trillion. Now here's where it gets ridiculous. Elon owns about 38 to 40% of SpaceX, which suddenly made his stake worth over $800 billion by itself. So what happened to his net worth? On June 12, 2026, it jumped from about $782 billion to over $1.1 trillion in a single day. At peak trading, he briefly touched around $1.4 trillion. And then, the market does what it always does. It cools off, violently. SpaceX hype pulls back, tech sentiment shifts, investors start taking profits. And suddenly, gravity, $1 trillion, starts slipping. Welcome to Big Money Physics, where price not equal to reality, price equals belief. Belief high? You're a trillionaire. Belief drops 10%? Congrats! There goes $100 billion.